Hello there, good morning or good afternoon for some. I'm going to wait for people to come on in, or at least a few. Well, good morning, everyone. Hey, Vibes, how are you? Good morning. I came live today because of, you know, I want to debunk a few things, uh, a few liars, and a few, and the BS, because I'm really not the one to be played with. Hey there, for those who are coming in. I decided to go live today. This was not planned. Hey, I'm here. How's it going? I hope all is well with you. I guess I'll go ahead and start it up so you all just won't be sitting here. Hey, Nico. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm sure we all know by now what's going on with the ASI Marcus, the alleged 17-year-old young lady who was supposed to be or of age at the time. And, you know, I realize that people just want to have an issue and a problem, and they like to, harass people for no apparent reason. Hey, Will, how are you? Good morning. They like to harass people for no apparent reason and no good reason. Um, I don't know if some of you have heard. I just kind of saw some of this morning about, for example, this Karen young woman. She was in Vibes' chat last night, and she mentioned that she made the phone call and the report. And I was like, exactly, that's what you're supposed to do. And basically, I was basically saying, like, why talk about it? Just go ahead and do what you have to do. I mean, you know, nobody's going to keep on going back and forth with people about this situation that none of us have anything to do with at all. So, I then this morning, I went to PI and Skinny live last night, and I was sitting in the bushes for a little while and dozed and fell asleep. So anyway, when I got up this morning, I was shocked, or not this, when I got up, yeah, when I woke up after a few hours, I was shocked to still see them up. But they were eventually ending their lives. So anyway, they gave a shout out to Vibes, and basically they mentioned she was on their panel. And I was like, what? Vibes was on the panel now. And for those who know Vibes, she doesn't really hit panels. So, but I already suspected that it was on a friendly note because Vibes would not have jumped on that panel like that. So I was going to, trying to listen to it. But anyway, long story short, I saw where that same Karen lady was in the chat stating that why didn't Vibes make the phone call? Why did she just post it? It's always somebody that want to try to find something, try to make something out of nothing. And I sat here and I was like, wait a minute. First of all, when Vibes reached out to me and said she didn't even have a receipt at the time. I didn't even go back and forth with her and told her that I had already saw something. I just, you know what I mean? I didn't even like, oh yeah, I saw something already. Because I had already seen where someone had made a comment. And actually it was in Troy World's comment section. He had posted the photo of the girl and was like, does anybody have any information on her name? And it seemed to me like he might have wanted, maybe at the time, wanted to do an interview or wanted to find out something, right? Whatever it was. And I clicked on there and I saw where somebody had mentioned, hey, basically was saying something about her being a runaway or something, right? And I was like, what? But I hadn't heard nothing else of it. And I'm like, here we go. Somebody's probably here, because, they're known to spread lies and rumors and just be talking. So I really didn't take it serious. But then when I heard something again, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to just keep watching and paying attention. And then Vibes came to me with it. Apparently somebody told Vibes. So the thing is that if Vibes found out because somebody told her, then what you trying to make Vibes be the one responsible as if she's the only one who saw it? No, she's the first one who shared the information. And it was meant to be shared because the woman, the young lady, was supposed to be missing. Now, I decided to go back because I'm hearing something about Troy's World or whatever his his flying monkeys, as he calls it, what they were saying. And I said, wait a minute. If they're trying to make Vibes Queen responsible, then let me look at let me see the time Vibes posted this. And I went to Vibes Queen's chat. I mean her post, and at the time, which maybe it was about 30 minutes ago, it said 10 hours ago. I went to Troy's post, which was 15 hours ago, but that's not even what it was. I didn't even go through all the comments. I found one comment where somebody stated something about the girl 14 hours ago. So that means that was before Vibes even wrote that. And the person who stated it said that was me. I made the comment about her being missing. This was a few hours before Vibes even posted that. And then 12 hours ago, which was 2 hours prior to Vibes, Damani made a comment. I got the screenshot. And it's there. If you go to Vibes' channel and see how many hours ago she posted what she posted, and then go to the post where Troy initially posted the girl and wanted to know her information. It was 15 hours ago, but that's not what I'm talking about because he just wanted to know her information. Go in the comments section, and there are people who there was somebody who made a comment. There are probably more than one, but I was glad I wanted to at least find one comment that was hours before Vibes who mentioned the girl was missing. So why didn't Troy make the report long ago? I mean, if that's how you're looking at it, and I'm not really coming for Troy because it really doesn't matter, because if whoever saw it, I'm sure the report was already made once the story got around. It only takes one person to make the report. And the way everybody likes to make calls and stuff, I'm sure that those people were, you know what I'm saying, bombarded with calls. You lie with Atlanta Diggs, come up with Atlanta Fleece. Man, you just shut up with your stupid ass if you talking to me. See, I'm going to tell you like it is because this is my channel now. I lie about what? Now type in what you lie with Atlanta. What do I lie with Atlanta about? I'm going to give you time because I ain't about to block you. I ain't about to block you, Felipe Lopez. What is it? Because see, you just do a lot of fucking talking like the rest of these bitches. What is it that I lied about? Write it down. Now let me go up to my chat. Don't play with me. You play with them other motherfuckers with that shit. You play around and troll and have fun over there. Everybody ain't for that. You go take your ass to therapy. Don't come over here and try to harass people because it's therapeutic and fun to you while you sit behind your computer screen and laugh and have fun. Take your punk ass to therapy. They got free therapy. I don't know what town you are, but you can make some phone calls and find out. Is it 211? And find out. Stop fucking with people on this app. Now, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Will. Good morning, Baby G. Good morning, Rena. Good morning. Okay, I've already said good morning to Lady Nico. Good morning, Sisters Unfiltered. Rena. Good morning, Felipe Lopez. I'm waiting for you. You lie besides. No, you tell me what the fuck it is, bitch. Don't play with me. You lie for your mammy, that dirty bitch who spit your punk ass out. Now, I'm going to be able to talk the way I talk and handle your ass. Don't come for me with no lying. And you going to keep your ass on this page until you fucking respond. Good morning, Deetra. I support PDFs. Okay, tell me how. No, and that ain't the answer. You were supposed to respond to what you said I do. Stop talking about what I support. Elaborate. You support bums and PDFs. You lay down with, come up. Okay. See, you want to get blocked because you ain't responded yet. No, he's just a fucking troll hiding behind a damn computer screen. because he can't elaborate on exactly what he's saying. He's just talking. So you gonna sit up in here and learn some shit today, you punk ass motherfucker. And if you saw my title, I can't stand punks and liars, and you brought your ass right on over here because you know you part of it. You know you part of what I can't stand. Now, so anyway, like I said, Vibes didn't even post anything about that girl being missing first. There's something in Troy's comment section that was hours before her. Hey, good morning, Humble. Girl, you know I went on and figured out a way how to get on that kick. So I wrote a comment in this comment section, and then some kind of way I ended up, Vibes ended up going live, and you all were going anyway, and I noticed that you had went on for 9 minutes. I was like, that's okay. I'll catch up with her the next time. Right? It's just because they don't like him or they pretending like it. They just follow the leaders. They just follow the leader. You know what I mean? Because they don't have their own mind. I mean, it's okay to dislike them, but they be going too far. Like, you got people in your own community next door, your own family members. Like, they got PDFs. They all belong to family. Like, you got way too much to be worried about than somebody in Atlanta. And there's so many people who I see say, I'm in Atlanta, and they ain't even doing nothing about Marcus. So, I mean, it's just a bunch of talk. It's just something to have something to do, to be angry about all day long. Like, let's keep it all the way real. They ain't about to do shit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get your stupid ass off because you can't explain. I'm going to get your little punk ass off. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. And let me see how I do this. Hide user. Go take your ass on and go take care of your kids and your mammy. Now, bye. And I wasn't going to even do it, but I see you annoying the people in the chat. And you ain't about to answer. So goodbye. You come back under another account with some sense. The sense that your mama you didn't inherit from her. Anyway, he's a father. He would not intentionally do something like that. First of all, Marcus, I would love to hear from him. I don't think he would. If he said he did have an ID, saw the ID. Now, there was a guy who came on Vibes' panel, and I don't know if it could be a lie. He could have been just playing too. But if the guy was truthful, he claimed that the girl did have IDs. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if Marcus was just telling us that he looks at the IDs just to get people off of his back. But if he had some good sense, he would have assured that she was, even if it was a fake ID. I mean, like, if it's fake ID, it's a fake ID. People go through and, go through government agencies and everything else, and they get played. The banks get played. I mean, there's only so much you can do. If he at least did his due diligence, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? But, yeah, he loves money. That's the whole thing. The greed will get you caught up. I mentioned that before. The greed. All money ain't good money. And sometimes you just got to, pass up something, even if it sounds good. All money ain't good money. Hey, pretty lady. Yeah, this will be a learning lesson. I would love for him to come forward. But, I mean, if he doesn't, hey, I can't make the man come forward. He ain't my child. He ain't my man. You know what I mean? But I did want to bring that up, like them talking. I mean, like, these people think that shit is funny. It's wrong when you start coming for people with lies just to try to, you know what I'm saying, mentally abuse them through an app. There are people who have literally took their own lives because people have done it. And the reality is it's gonna be a lesson for those people too. Like, this is a lesson for Marcus. It's gonna be a lesson because it's gonna be somebody who's going to take their life because of these people who come online lying on them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't handle that well. Or at one point, some people just break. And sometimes people break because they can't get a hold of the person to beat them up and don't know how to find them. But it's going to take somebody to keep playing with somebody and for somebody to take their life and them have to go to jail for it. And let's see how funny that is. Because to come on this app, Canola, and I'm talking about you because, see, I'm going to bring you up. You want the attention that your mammy didn't give you. I don't give a damn how many times you go live. Going on live and then fabricating stories, changing the story up. Instead of saying that the woman was 18, she's 17 to try to make a person look bad. It's not cool. And see, while you busy doing that, you forget you have offspring. Just like Marcus has offspring. You're not exempt, okay, to when it's time for things to happen. And especially when the man upstairs decides that it's going to happen. And I'm saying it and I'm telling you. And I'm telling you like I would tell anybody else. And it's wrong. Like trying to throw my name in the mix with that bullshit. You so want my attention so bad. Damn, I need to call your mama. Speaking of that, always talking about somebody big, and your mama is big as a house with a fucked up shape. Man, get up out of here. And I shouldn't even be talking about this woman, but I'm talking about it because you got a lot of damn nerves. These people kill me, always calling somebody fat and ugly, and I didn't see all the auntie, everybody big in the family. Everybody funny looking. Like, get the fuck out of here and stop it with that dumb shit, that childish shit. And I be thinking, are they serious? Like, I wonder what they think of their mama. And when he thinks I'm big, what do you think of his mama? Like, come on. So anyway, I know I'm jumping around, y'all, but like I said, if you go to Vibes Queen's channel and you see when she posted that, it might have been 11 hours ago now. I could just tell you if you look in, 1 minute, y'all. If you look at Troy's chat, and I'm sure he saw that comment. I'm sure he did. But if he didn't, he didn't. But I mean, y'all need to stop. You really need to stop with the lying and shit. I can't stand it. Had I known that this community was full of lies, I wouldn't have never brought my ass over here. I really wasn't trying to. I was here for the content, for the interviews. So just keeping it all the way real. But all this other extra shit is just unnecessary. And speaking of all that broad Jesse James is another liar. Damn bitch, you don't have to lie to kick it. You don't have to lie to kick it. I'm assuming it had to come from Jesse about me talking about LA, and I'm hearing all this whole crazy stuff and him like, and all this kind of stuff. It's like, damn, I tried to clear it up the day before yesterday and tell him it was a lie. I didn't even know that he had gotten into it with Yarvo. I ain't heard nothing about that. I just heard something where somebody mentioned something about it was something about Jesse. And I know what Yarvo shared. He didn't say any names. But he was basically saying that he wasn't going to have, nobody, disrespecting the man's, Marcus's or anybody's kid on his platform. I thought it was Jesse who said something about it. Like, what if it was your child? Like she told us. You know what I mean? And the reality is that they already knew that Yarvo was was trying to protect his page because he had mentioned it, how people had came on his page and P-bombed him or did all that kind of stuff. And that day that he was saying that, Jesse was like, yeah, because I see through this, trying to insinuate that Vibes and I was trying to sabotage the man's page. The bitch is just a whole liar. She's a weirdo. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think that was the one, now that I've seen some comments that have been made, that was the one who reached out to Open. She's like a fucking obsessed person, like a sicko. That was the one who was in Detroit and Open. I think I remember Open saying that shit. Somebody who watched her page and reached out to her trying to be her friend. She's a weirdo. She's a weirdo. Now she over there lying to this dude about me talking about him. It's like, bitch, where's the receipts? Okay, I gave him some grace. And I told him then he was going off on me and everything. And I was told he was going off on me. And I went on over there. And I'm like, I ain't said nothing about him. I didn't even know that he and Yarvo had gotten into it. I just thought it was going to be agreement that they were not going to be on the page anymore. I wasn't there because I stopped going to Yarvo's page with that goofy bitch on there. Okay? So that was that. Then the next day, which was yesterday, this nigga, I got a screenshot calling me names and shit and all in the... What the fuck are you talking about? You that dumb. Man, I always knew them, and no offense to folks, and I'm saying that because I always knew them folks from Louisiana was slow. They slower than us in California. We a big, fast city. And matter of fact, a lot of, from the community I'm from, a lot of us, our families were from Louisiana. So we laugh and talk about them. Like when the people would go to their families out in Louisiana visit, they would be laughing about how slow they were and how they dressed and shit. The only reason why a lot of them people are a little bit more up to date now is because of social media. Most of them motherfuckers never left their damn city until Katrina. And I hate to say that. But here it is. It's like, you that dumb? Like, you ain't asked for no receipts. You just gonna keep going on and cussing folks out about something this bitch said. You ain't paid attention to her character yet, even though you cool with her. She agree with what you saying about Marcus. You ain't. That's just like me not paying it. I mean, this like, well, I knew Sheena was trifling, but that didn't. Even though I was cool with it, didn't mean I didn't know she was trifling and lied. Like, damn. And here you go again, cussing me out. I don't even know what the fuck he talking about. I heard you saying about being. I ain't specifically mentioned his name at all. Whatever I said about, I don't even know what he talking about. So I can't even explain about what he talking about somebody running up on Marcus. It could have been a general statement about all these other people in general before he got here. I just now discovered this nigga. And here we go again. These niggas come to Vibes' channel like everything is cool. Vibes shout them out, telling her people to go subscribe to him. And then they turn around and do some dumb shit. I had told Vibes about it before. And I remember thinking, when she shared him out, I didn't think nothing of it. And then he was gone for a while and he was over there on Yarvo's channel. Then when he came back that other day and I shared his channel, I was saying to myself, I sure hope this don't be a disaster. Less than a week later, it turned out to one. Yeah, Vrina, I didn't even know what was going on. I just looked in the comment section and I saw where somebody was typing in something or he was saying something about Rena. I ain't knowing what was going on. But it's like he can't go nowhere on that page and say that anybody even mentioned him. I have not even, the only time I mentioned him was last night because I'm fed up. I ain't talking to you about shit, nigga. You too dumb for me. And disrespectful. Like, damn, you that's slow. This bitch gonna tell you something every day until I guess she is sure that I don't come to your page no more. Well, if she got the lie to kick it, baby, you don't have to worry about me coming to your page because you too silly for me. And what's worse, a silly nigga. I've seen him support. That's the crazy part. Rena, I gotta read all these comments and I know I'm skipping around. But Rena says, right, he supports Marcus too. You have a reaction channel. No, but I've seen him speak on great on Marcus. It's like, it's nothing wrong with it. When you see something great, you say it. When you see something trifling, you say it. It's just like anybody else. No, but what they want us to do is come on here and do what they doing and have a channel. And like, this nigga only got about what, 300 subscribers, but he had about almost 1,000 views because that's what they want to hear. You're not about to get that from me. Well, I'm going to be doing that all damn day long every day. Like I said before, the day I start doing that shit every day, I'm giving somebody authority to send the damn shrinks out here and put me in a damn straight jacket and take me on out because I will have definitely lost my mind to be talking about a man every day, all day. You know, imagine had I been doing this since 2022 when the Monique story came out. It's crazy. Let me read some of these comments. And this bitch been lying. Okay, Dominique, she had mentioned something one day about Dominique because she had helped jump on it too. Dominique was like, that's a lie. Then I remember when Humble wanted to humbly just come and have a talk. That bitch wouldn't let her get a word in. That was on Yarvo's channel. She just was going and going and going like an idiot. Talking about that. Yeah, I got jumped. Like she want to be a victim so damn bad. Nobody jumped her. She came on that panel and she started coming for everybody. So what we supposed to do? Not say anything so she won't look like she getting jumped. You saying something to me, I'm going to say something back. You saying something to Vaj, she's going to say something back. If then all of a sudden you going over there to Humble, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Nobody asked you to come on the panel anyway. And when you brought your raggedy ass on up there, and then Marcus was there. Everybody wanted to hear what he had to say. Nobody could hear anything because it was always your fucking mouth. Vibe should have dropped that bitch long ago and put her on up out of there. And let me tell y'all the trip part. I don't know if you all remember that night when she was on that panel, but I was trying to get a word in and she wouldn't let me. So the day that I was on another panel, I start over talking her because I'm like, no, this bitch, I said, you give her and she gonna take them out. She ain't gonna never stop. Now, that night, I can't recall verbatim. I would have to go back to that live. She mentioned something about basically how we should denounce Marcus or break up with him. It was something she said, right? Come to find out, y'all remember, y'all know Marcus has other moderators, right? The day that Canola went live, she was in the chat and Marcus's moderator was in the chat, open. And She told Open, "Oh, I miss you." Well, Open hadn't been around. Now, I did see Open in Marcus's chat maybe about 2 weeks ago. He was like, "Hey, Open, yeah, your nephew," and she dropped down, and I'd seen her maybe a little bit before then. Like she's just kind of dropping in and say hello. I don't know if she dropped it in to see if she still got a wrench, what it is, but she was there for a little while. Anyway, um, Open was like, "Oh, I'ma call you," and I was like, "Call her?" So wait a minute, bitch. Here you are fucking with us. First of all, we shouldn't be fucked with anyway because we just moderators. Anybody could be a moderator. People would just be in people's chat. Next thing you know, you got a wrench. Okay. And then if you got the rent, you go ahead and support the person. Hey, okay, that's all you're doing. Like, subscribe. It ain't like you know what I'm saying, doing nothing else. And if you are, you grown. But what I'm saying is that I'll be damned. This bitch uh and Open communicate. And Open is Marcus's moderator. And you sitting over here doing all this talk. So you trying to get us to do something, but you got a friend who supports Marcus. And not only supports Marcus, but she calls Marcus her best friend. And she has made it very loud and clear she supports Marcus. But you over here fucking with us. You over here going on Yarvo's channel that day when we talking about DLs and stuff and talking about somebody following her. I was on the panel. The day she came to that panel to fuck with me was she never left that panel until I guess Yarvo gave her an eviction. And she was like, "Oh, y'all, did you tell him that? Did she tell y'all that she's Marcus's moderator?" As if I was coming in there to pretend like I wasn't. It didn't have nothing to do with no damn being Marcus's moderator. And many people already who was in the chat knew that. Like I'm supposed to be like, "Hi, how are you? My name is Golden Signatures, and I'm Marcus's moderator." So anyway, let's get on talk. Let's talk about the download stuff. Just some dumb shit. So then she was lying, talking about, I heard her say that I follow her to others. She's a damn lie. This bitch ain't gonna never be able to provide receipts. And she could go back to the wherever live she said I was in following her. First of all, how you gonna follow somebody if you don't know, you ain't communicated with them to know that they are in their channel? Has she been posting and saying, "Oh, I'm going to this channel"? Or, you know what I'm saying? Did she call me? So how the fuck is anybody following you? And the bitch is a liar talking about other channels. Just lying. She know this nigga, Los Angeles, is dumb. And nigga, you need to remove that name. Keep it LA, but it won't be LA for Los Angeles. It need to be LA for Louisiana, where you're from. Because you don't know shit about Los Angeles. And stop making Los Angeles look bad. I ain't never seen a nigga that goofy before. Like, every time somebody come on your panel, they just keep just lying and lying and lying. And you ain't caught on and graphs yet, like to say, "Well, you got receipts?" No, I mean, I believe you maybe, but I want to see some receipts before I come for it. This nigga just go off as soon as the bitch said, and she got enough sense to know that's what he gonna do. She got enough sense to know he's stupid. Because she from Detroit. So, anyway, it's like, I don't even go to no many channels. So what is she talking about? And I definitely don't follow her. I don't know nothing about that bitch to know where she is. I don't communicate with her. Open ain't calling me and telling me, "Oh, Golden Signatures. Jessie says she about to go over to this channel, so go on over there and follow her." Like, it just sounds dumb. And for people to even listen to that shit, to even try to make a person make sense, like, what are you talking about? She following you. Do you be posting on your page and telling folks where you going? Like, wouldn't that make enough? That would seem like somebody with some good sense would ask her. But that nigga, that Los Angeles nigga, you don't know nothing about Los Angeles. So stop claiming us, nigga. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. My family been in Los Angeles and moved and migrated to Los Angeles on my daddy's side and my mama's side in the 30s and 40s, and on my daddy's side, the 40s and 50s, nigga. You don't know nothing about it. Talking about some MacArthur Park at downtown. That's all you know. I knew you didn't know shit when I was trying to explain to you. I thought it was. That's why I realized this nigga don't even know nothing about Los Angeles. Because when I was mentioning, like, I thought I didn't understand how it was something about some gay stuff or whatever was going on that day. And he was like, "I'm in South Central." And I'm like, "What? Nigga, you don't know nothing about people from LA. We not like Louisiana where we only stay in our community. We don't go out the community in the neighborhood. Nigga, please. On the weekends and on our off times, we all over the fucking place. Just because we live in South Central don't mean that's where we going to Hollywood on the weekend. Downtown LA, we all over the fucking place. Crenshaw, but the folks from the east side on Crenshaw Boulevard on the west side. What are you talking about? So that's what I was like, oh yeah, this nigga ain't even from LA. Cause what is he talking about? Ain't nobody just cause they live in South Central. That's all. They don't go nowhere. Man, fuck that little nigga. I don't give a damn because he was disrespectful and he's too stupid for me. And I wasn't gonna even go there with him. I'm trying because I don't want to be arguing and fighting with folks. But motherfuckers, it ain't about no golden be. Golden be responding to these motherfuckers. Now, just because I'm talking my shit now to be like, oh yeah, Golden over there being messy. No, I'm fucking responding to this bullshit that apparently you didn't hear this nigga talking last night with that hoe over there. And I'm almost with you, Rena. I don't give a fuck what people look like. And I know I ain't no motherfucking beauty queen. But I got a feeling about that bitch. I got a feeling she a monster looking bitch. But she keep it up, I'm going to find out who she is. I done already gave y'all how I know how to do it. Gave them how, told y'all how I know how to do it when motherfuckers keep fucking with me. Anyway, let me go on up here. I was like, yeah, let me go live this morning. Man, I done missed all y'all stuff. Let me go ahead and read this stuff. Get him out of here. Humble and Will, hello. Okay. Mrs. Get them together. Hey, okay. Hey, pretty lady, Rena. Okay, sister. Okay, I already, sisters unfiltered. Kelly Rose. Pretty lady. Okay, pretty lady said, okay, I had already read this one. Hopefully he will use this as a learning experience to be more careful in the future. Exactly. This should really be a learning experience. Like for real, because if you were lying and just saying that you were looking at IDs, I bet you'll start looking at them for real. But like I said, I'm the type of person, I'm going to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. I don't know where people act like that people don't have fake IDs. So this is why I'm like, damn, they don't have fake IDs. Like, I know I can't be in the only city where people do crimes. I can't live in the only city where people do credit card fraud, go in banks with fake IDs. Like they can go into a bank with a fake ID. So how can you expect, if it was really for real, how could you expect Marcus to determine? So I'm going to give him a little bit. I'm just going to say, okay, if she did have an ID, hopefully she did for him. You know what I mean? But it should be a learning experience. That greed. Okay, Rena, money. Okay, money, and it's the root of all evil. It was just a matter of time until something happened. And let me tell you, pretty lady, like the way it was going, I said it on Vibes Queen's panel last night. He was just moving too fast and just doing too much, which I know he got to keep moving. He can't let these people stop him from making his money. But the fact that you see that they got people who want you down. These same people was mad because Feisty and Polo's what do y'all call it? House of Virginia test was negative. Like these people don't want to see nobody at all. Like they mad. Like dang, we wanted it to be positive. That's basically how they were. They saying that it's a fake test. Those tests are not fake. I know exactly which ones. You can go to the drugstore to buy them. And I even posted some information on the test, and they are approved by the FDA. But they saying it's fake because they want to so badly say them folks have it. But they keep it up, they will get it. Because they definitely, are reckless. And I do think that Marcus should be encouraging it. Like, what kind of conscience? Like, okay, let's just say you just letting them go wild. Yeah, they're adults, but they stupid. So they're adults doing wild shit, and it's under your watch. And let's just say some of them end up with it. Like, how can you live with that knowing that maybe it had you intervene and demanded certain things? Now, I do know, like in the corn world, nobody want to see protected stuff. They want to see it all wild and everything natural. You know what I'm saying? But at least get them tested first. Now, the reality of it is I had to look into that. Marcus does not have to make them get tested because he does not have a production company. That only applies to professional production companies. So anyway, he let us say he is God sent. Who you talking about, Rena? Marcus? We all know that man do what he wants and don't care what nobody says or think. Yeah. That's the one thing I can say about him. It's like, no matter what they saying, he's going to keep moving forward and doing what he do. That's what I've noticed about them. Then hide behind your phone screen. Okay, phone screen and computer screen. I'm not arguing with anybody hiding behind the camera. Marcus Epstein Ferris needs to rethink his decision making. Money is his master. It is. It is. All money ain't good money, and sometimes you got to pass it up when you know something ain't right. Is it worth the headache? And the reality of it is that you got to think about it. Let's just say this. I don't know the details because we don't know what's going on, but let's just say this, that it ends up where there's some legal battles. Is it really worth it? Now you spending more than you done made off of whatever it was, because now you got to, now not only the stress, not only not knowing what's going at the end results, but now you got to pay for legal fees. You end up spending way more than you end up making. So it turns into a real bad investment. I am happy I didn't miss this live. I would have been pissed again. Oh, Vibes. Well, I'm glad you are awake now to be able to catch it. Hey, Glossy. That's right, putting you in Vibes. Glossy. Okay, you all. Let me go on down. Everybody is speaking. Hey, D-Rugs. Big would have messed up. I'm telling you, like, I can't believe this. Like, dang, for real. Shout out to Juice. She tagged me too, and hers was before I posted it. My mentions are off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're making it seem like you were the one who discovered it. I didn't like that. Then that woman is just making something up that you ran and told Marcus. When I first saw the first person make the comment, and then I saw it again, and then I saw something, and I went over to Marcus's channel, because now I'm like, oh, I got to see this video again with this interview. Now I got to, you know what I'm saying? And it was gone. This is before Vibes. When you told me about it, I didn't even tell you, oh, yeah, I already heard about it or saw, you know what I mean? I didn't even have time to even feel like typing all that in. But for them to even say that, that's crazy. Like, why didn't Troy post it first? I mean, I'm not even coming at him like that, but that must be his people because of what she's saying. When it was on, somebody had already mentioned something on his channel hours before you posted that, before you even found out about it. Now, I don't know how. Oh, and then the person, I got a screenshot. The person stated, oh, I was the one who did. So I guess they discovered it first. You go over there to the comment section and you'll see. It was his people. But at this point, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Apparently, people have reached out. And that's all that matters. So hopefully, and I know Marcus ain't that crazy to harbor that girl. Unless he didn't go crazy. That's what I said about LA and Farmer JJ. Y'all hiding behind cameras.
Excuse me.
It's threatening people's lives. Wait a minute, hold up. Okay, you all. That was my uncle. Anyway, yeah, like that. I did, Rena. I did hear them saying something about you, and then I was kind of surprised. Like, these people be flip flopping and switching up for real, like transformers. Like, they be cool with you, and then they get in that chat and they get to following behind them people and talking mad crazy. I didn't even know what they was talking about because I wasn't even in the chat. I just came over there and I saw them just going on and on and on. Yeah, that broad is real disrespectful. She's very obsessed. Very obsessed, Rena. For real, for real. He is dumb. He was calling me out my name. Yeah, he was calling me out I had to, it was something that he wrote in his comment section. I said, let me screenshot this and come talk to me or whatever. Nigga, I will never talk to you. For what? You too stupid. This is like 2 days in a row. You too dingy for me. You too fucking slow. Be positively. Good morning. And once again, I apologize if I offended you last night. Your girl been stressed, child. I haven't been to sleep. Yeah, I apologize to anybody who I offended too. It's like, when y'all don't understand that when you're in a situation when people keep coming for you, you might not even mean it in a bad way, but when I'm reading something or seeing something or you saying something to me, it's like, you know what I mean? I might flip, you know, because you got to remember, you guys got to remember that these people are lying. You got that other nigga over there going live, and every time he go live, he got to mention my name, and then he be adding shit and creating shit. You know what I'm saying? For his low content and his low uh attention. Then you got people with all this bullshit, and they never. I'm still waiting. Oh, I had to go on to block him. You know where they get to talking about somebody is taken up for. First of all, I don't know nothing about Marcus being a PDF. So let me just go ahead, because see, I'm not the type. See, these people ain't never been sued before. They apparently ain't never been to jail before. They ain't never been lied on to go to jail. See, I take that very seriously, and that's why I'm careful with what I say and accuse people of. Now, did he do something with that girl? I hope he didn't. But at the same time, if she really did give him an ID and he did something with her, he didn't do it knowing that she was underage. But that's a whole nother story. That's some what ifs or whatever. But as of now, I don't know anything about Marcus being a PDF. Like that other one, he got to go over there and lie. Like, we know that this other girl, she was very young and too young for him to even be bothering her. But she was still of legal age. He was over there talking about she's 17. Why you gotta lie about it? The fact that you gotta lie about it, then you know that it ain't as bad as you're saying it is. Because anytime you gotta put a person's age back to be a minor when they were all you gotta do is say she's 18. People gonna be like, damn, that's young, Marcus. But that you gotta put her age back to 17 and all that kind of shit, like, you know, why lie to kick it? Why lie about it? You don't even have to lie. The fact that she was 18 is enough for people to shake their head about it. You know, so in all actuality, these people that hate Marcus or like Marcus, all support Marcus. They do reactions on the channel about his channel. And they are supporting him. It's the truth. They watch him all the time. They know more about what go on than I do. I be missing a whole bunch of stuff. I might be in the chat one minute and be gone the next. And a lot of them I keep saying, oh, I got to go back or I got to watch it. And I haven't. I haven't watched them. And the reality of it is that how do you hate something that a person is doing and talk about it, and he's making money off of these people, but you're making money off of them too, off of the same stuff that you say you hate. You shouldn't even be supporting it in any way. Anyway, you should be trying to find your money some other kind of way, because the fact that you go on and you talk about it and you're getting paid and people are paying you to talk about it, then you're making money off of these people's backs too. You're piggybacking. And you're supporting it because you watch it all the time. Like, you watch it to get upset. It's crazy. They watch it more than me, than the moderators. For real, for real. Okay. Uh-oh, Humble. Wait a minute. I'm missing yours. I think you're talking about that. Oh, hey, Drea. And I'm going to tell you, Drea, you've been real good. They really don't know you. Drea has been laid back, just watching the scene. She ain't swung yet. She sure was. Then was like, I was not talking to you, Humble. Yeah, girl, bye. We know. I'm real behind. I know it got to be about that other one. They got Keon under their spell, and I rocked with him. I saw that too. I was kind of shocked because I think he said something about me, and I wasn't for certain, and I don't want to make that accusation, but I wasn't certain. But I was like, hon, wait a minute. How are you getting involved with this? And the reality of it is that just days before that, Kenola had went on there messing with him. Like, you should know how you felt then, and here you are. I don't understand it. I really don't. I really don't. And I don't know what issue he had with me, but hey, it is what it is. But I remember I think he said something too. And now that you said it, you kind of helped me, like, now, or you didn't convince me now that it was him saying that. I ain't did nothing to him. I ain't did nothing to that dude either. I don't know what's up with them. And what they, you know what I'm saying? What kind of trip he on? This nigga up here silly, listening at this lying ass bitch. I guess that's her way to think. I'm gonna get golden from up over here. I just tell him lies, and she know he's stupid because she keep doing it, and he keep acting out on it like a whole bitch. Ain't nobody got to talk to you no more. You done already showed me. This ain't even. I'm not even used to niggas like that to keep doing no dumb shit like that. He could have been like, "Hey, say Golden, I want to talk to you. What's up with that?" And by now, it's like, damn, you ain't asked for no receipts. Somebody keep telling you that's not true. That's not true. Hey, Nene, I don't see you, but I saw somebody. I see Humble. Hey, Nene, let me go on down here and speak to everybody. Um, Keon was on their chat agreeing, but speaking to me in Troy chat. I was so upset and disappointed. I've been rocking with him and PI chat. He just turned, never asked us what happened. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I was kind of shocked. I didn't even say nothing to him because I was so surprised. I'm like, I can't believe this is coming out of his mouth. I'm like, man, what's up with that? I'm not sure what's going on, Rena. What's going on with him lately? It seems like this whole thing is messing with him bad. He was so emotional about today. He barely came on my live panel. He said it. He was it mad home cry. Uh, oh, hey, exactly. Will, we Cali born. Will, because see, you from this elementary school. You told me you. I know what area you from. You over there from where my paternal grandmama was from. Okay, she lived off of Hauser on Gear Street. Um, you know, we ain't never stayed in no hood and then go out the hood. We was all over the place. I don't know what this dude talking about. He don't know nothing about Los Angeles. See, they from Louisiana, and then them cities and stuff for them people didn't go nowhere. They just stay right in their city. A lot of them had never even been out of their city, and definitely not out of the state. I used to always say this. I said Katrina was a curse and a blessing at the same time because those people were finally able to leave and see the world. The ones who were blessed enough to come out of it and had never been out of their state before. I don't know what he talking about. It was I can't even remember right now, but we were discussing something, and I was kind of shocked. Like it was something about Hollywood or the gays or something. He like, what? I'm in South Central. Like everybody in the hoods left. We would go to Hollywood on the boulevard. I can go all the way back when downtown, when the movie theaters, them teenagers would go there. They be having fights and everything in the movie theaters. Everybody go downtown and go shopping. When nobody being stuck in their hood. We go on the bus. At the time it was the RTD bus. Then it changed to the MTA bus. You know what I'm saying? Jump on the Jefferson, Crenshaw bus, Western, Vermont, Normandy, La Brea, Washington, Adams. I know them all. Number 37, number 38. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What nobody going all the way up to Hollywood Boulevard. The Crenshaw bus to take you to Hollywood. The Western bus to take you to Hollywood. Then the Arlington bus was slow as heck. It take you as far as a little past Wilshire. But you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody being stuck up in their hood. They was all over the place. At the Hawthorne Mall, the Fox Hills Mall. We wasn't hanging around in no neighborhood. We was all over the place. You know what I'm talking about, Will. I didn't know what this nigga was talking about. Go to Hollywood Boulevard. Go to the movie theater. Just hang out. On Sundays. Them niggas came from all over LA. From the east side to the west side, north and south. And they would drive up and down Crenshaw Boulevard. Then remember, it was a time they was doing that on Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood, they cleared that up. They had them policemen out there, and then they would start writing down license plates. If your license plate came up, they would randomly just get the license plates. And if that license plate was in that computer system too many times, they was pulling you over and giving you a citation because that's how they stopped that on Hollywood Boulevard. You couldn't be driving up and down there all day and have it all congested. Everybody in their low riders and stuff. I don't know what this nigga talking about. Los Angeles. Nigga, you don't know nothing about Los Angeles. Anyway, I know I'm behind. I know y'all been. I'm gonna skip some of y'all's, and I'm gonna have to go up later because I want to see everything y'all had to say. But yeah, Rena, I saw when they were talking about you too, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Hey, Mimi. Oh shoots, I'm gonna be missing somebody. Positive, be positively. If I missed y'all name, Abs. Hey, if I missed y'all name, it's just because I'm trying now to skip all the way down. But I'm gonna catch up with y'all later. But yeah, Venice, Crenshaw, we can go on and on. Go to the beach on Venice. I remember as a little girl, my dad and he would take us to the Venice Beach, and they would have all kind of stuff. Even after I became an adult, it was all kind of them females be out there. They just be walking up and down. You know what I'm saying? The boardwalk. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even be in the water, and be performing and all kind of stuff. Fights going on, all kind of stuff, man. It was always some fights. Slauson, that was headed to the Fox Hill Mall. Culver City, oh, that was, yeah, all of that. I don't know what that dude was talking about. Well, nobody stuck up in the hood. Whatever hood you was from, you were going to be in another hood or somewhere out and about on the weekends. We didn't stay at the house and on sitting on the porch. We did shit in LA. So anyway, y'all, it was just that Warlord here. Hey, Warlord. I was just, like, coming on because I'm like, how they keep trying to make somebody else be responsible for a grown man? They don't want to play with me before I make you responsible for what your family then did or what your friends. Like, it's just crazy. They just want to have something to say to try to mess with somebody. And see, it's all fun until them tables get turned. But to sit up here and say that Vibes Queen didn't call and she, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't the first one. How did you think she found out about it? Somebody told her. And she wanted to get the receipt behind it. When she told me, I had already heard about it. I just hadn't said anything because I hadn't had. I'm not knowing if it's hearsay or not. But Marcus's videos were already down, and for that bitch Karen to sit up there and just make up some shit, to sit up there and say that she reached out to Marcus. Where you get this from? Did she say that? Did Marcus say that? Where you get it from? That she reached out to Marcus. Them videos were already down. He cleared up poof, gone. And guess what? We were on Vibes. Were we on Vibes' channel last night? It came to me. I can't even go back to the video now. But anybody in the chat recall when Marcus mentioned that dude, what's his name? Alo? I don't know what his name is. I forgot. That he walked up on Marcus. I think Marcus was about to do an interview or something. He walked up on Marcus. And that's how Marcus met him. And then it like kind of dawned on me like, wait a minute. That homegirl with the big breasts, that crazy one, she spent the night at the Airbnb. She knew him. That little young girl who had the sister that seemed a little slow, Yaya knew him. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe this was a setup. But this is a lesson for him. It was too many people who knew that dude. And obviously, that dude recognized and knew who Marcus was. He came to him. Thank you, Rena. That's what I thought. I couldn't even go back to the video because it's gone. But that's what I thought. He came to him. So this dude came to him so he knew who Marcus was. I guess he knew him from ASI, whatever it was. I don't know. If it's a setup, maybe he knew that was part of his job. I don't know. But I thought that was, now that I'm thinking about it, like, damn, this dude know everybody. Right, Nene, we support Marcus, but none of us have a content choice. I mean, I don't support all that bullshit that he does, and that's like anything. Hell, I support my family and friends, but when it come down to the bullshit, I don't support it. Like, what's part of that is so hard to understand. You don't necessarily have to support and agree with everything a person does just because you like them. Y'all see how Vibes was disagreeing with me last night, but that don't mean that we hate each other. We just disagree on some stuff. When she said that Marcus, about Marcus and the ID, and I was like, I had thought that way too, that Marcus lied. But then I had to, as I was talking about it, it came to me like, wait a minute. I can't just say he lied because it would be wrong for me to just straight out say he lied. And I would feel bad to find out that he didn't lie and that that the girl had provided an ID. So that's the very reason why I said I'm gonna give him a little percentage and say that maybe he did see an ID, maybe he didn't lie. Because I know the feeling when somebody sit up there and say you lied and you trying to convince, no, I'm not lying, I'm for real, I'm for real. That's not a good feeling. It's just not a good feeling. But I did at one point was like, yeah, this nigga didn't sit up here and lied about this and came on your panel all night long talking about these IDs. And it could be true, he lied. But like I said, maybe she did. When you doing dirt like that, I don't know about no other towns. But yeah, out here we do have fake IDs. And yeah, now that the technology is now, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be harder, but people still running around with fake IDs. Like I know someone mentioned about the real ID. I'm very much aware of the real ID. I have a real ID, real driver's license, but I still have my other driver's license too. Because when I went to apply for my real one, they didn't tell me I had to give up that one, or maybe I didn't even tell them I had it. I don't know. But I got both of mine. And she might not have the ID to use it to go get drunk and all that. She might just have the ID. Well, she couldn't if she says she's 19. She just might have the ID just to make people believe she's somebody else. Like, come on now. Uh, as far as doing your due diligence, how do you know it's a fake ID? Or how do I don't know. I would love to hear from Marcus, just, some, but it might be best for him not to even share no more, because everything somebody say, even if you're being genuine and they're going to come out after you anyway. Hey, JR, I'm just saying, like, he did come on there and say that he gets IDs, but at the same time, it was kind of questionable too, because I remember when Feisty didn't have her ID and she had already did a scene, but maybe that was before he got the legal advice. I don't know. You won't know if an ID is fake, but she looked hella young. She did look hella young, but the thing is, she could easily pass for 19. She looked like a teenager. When I was actually an adult, I looked younger than that. People used to say I had a baby face. I remember when I was an adult by then, and people were like, "Dang, what? I thought you were in junior high school." When I used to hang out with my high school friends, we go to the movie theater. I used to play like the little sister. I used to get a kid's price, and they had to pay adult price. So, I mean, when you're looking at teenagers, they all kind of look 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They all look alike. When my daughter was a teen, I didn't have to embarrass her because it would be grown dudes, like in LA. Because I can't say you everywhere. In LA, we don't know what I'm talking about. You be walking down the street and there be niggas driving past and slowing down. Hey, baby, what's your name? Da 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 da. That's how they do it down here. Okay? How they used to do it. And there would be cars be slowing down and trying to holler at my daughter. At the time, she was only 14 years old, but, her built, I mean, and in her face, it wasn't like she looked old, but she looked like a teen. Like, she looked like she looked like she could be 14, but she looked like she could be 18, 19 too. And I would be like, MF, I said, my daughter's only 14 years old, something. And so my daughter would look at me like, because I'm hollering and like, get on or whatever. One time I had taken my mother and daughter to the store, and I was sitting in the car at the liquor store. And I saw this guy, he walked out, and he was like holding his mouth and kind of looking embarrassed. I didn't know what had happened, you know what I mean? And then when my mom and daughter got in the car, my mother was like, yeah, that nigga was in there. And she was like, when my daughter had dropped something, she bent over to pick it up. He was like, damn, baby, or whatever he said. And my mother turned around and was like, MF, this is my MF granddaughter. She only 14 years old, whatever she 13, 14. MF, you gonna end your A up and I'm going to curse. This is my page and I ain't monetized. She's like, motherfucker, that's my goddamn granddaughter. She only 14 years old. Nigga, you gonna end your motherfucking ass up in jail or something like that. And she said the guy was like, oh my God, I did not know. I am so sorry, ma'am. And my mother said she really believed that he didn't really know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once your kids get that age, they in junior adult clothes. I mean, you know what I mean? So, and with her saying she 19, 17, 19, I'm sure when she turns 19, she'll probably look the same way. It's not going to be that much of a difference. But she's definitely young, you know. Yeah. And then with the food they eat now, they was already saying like with all this, like remember back in the day there was no such thing as GMO, non-organic, organic. Everything was organic. And with all the chemicals and stuff, that's why I'm thinking a lot of these kids are big. Cause I be looking at these kids and I remember like, dang, it was rare. Like all these girls is big and thick. I remember thinking, I was like, dang, I was telling my daughter, shoot, you like one of the rare ones. One time I picked her up. And the thing is that back in the day, the rare ones was the heavy set ones. You know what I'm saying? That was not common to be overweight. When it was somebody in high school or in school overweight, they definitely stood out. So anyway, hey, y'all got to look at this chat now, y'all. I don't know how to walk and chew gum, but I'm learning. I don't know how y'all can do it. I have to say, Chase, she was damn good at it, where she could conduct a live and be reading the chat and going chronologically down and responding and going with the flow. She had an art for it, I have to say. Yeah, so like I said, we don't know. Oh, hey, Karma. Most black folk, you look young. I'm told I don't look my age. Me too. I went to go rent a car one time, and the guy looked at my driver's license and was like, "What? Wait a minute." He was shocked I was over 50. He had to look at me and look at my ID. Okay, Nene says, I don't agree, Golden. He owes us an explanation. I paid for a membership for over 2 years. I would like to know who I'm supporting for real. Okay, I didn't think of it that way, Nene. I could see that when you're saying that now, like being, I get it. I get it, Nene. I guess I was just kind of thinking overall, like to the world, but like with you bringing it to me like that and being a member, yeah. I started not believing she was 19 when she brought up the guy supposed to give her a car and she told him that she was 18 and pregnant. If you are 19, why would you say you were 18? See, I didn't even catch on to that because I really wasn't in that chat like that. I was doing something else. But what I did catch on, because I was in and out of that I didn't see it all. But see, that was a red flag right there that you caught. But I did look at my phone and I did take a screenshot of her saying that she was of age. I don't know why I took that screenshot of what was going on in that chat, but there was a reason behind it. But see, that was something you caught on with right there to know that she was probably lying. I didn't even hear her say all of that. I do know that she mentioned that she was told Marcus she was pregnant and that she had been knowing the guy since November or something like that. And it wasn't the guy she was with, but he's going to take on the responsibility and be the baby daddy or something like that. And how she had just seen her baby daddy that day, and how somebody had told her one time that the baby daddy had got killed. And then she ended up seeing him. They're going to find out who the parents are. It's going to come out because it's too much that has came out already. What Mimi said, Dre is a Drake fan. Oh, from Canada, huh? The children do not go out and play. Most stay in the house and play the video. That's another thing too. They're not active. I was saying that as well. They don't. That's all they do is sit around in the house. When we was coming along, we was getting up. We didn't know. We was trying to figure out a way to figure out something to do. And remember, at that time, I had just met a white lady the other day, and we were talking about that. How she was like, yeah, they would go outside, and how it would be like to the point you couldn't run in and out the house. You would rather drink out of the water hose, pee on the side of the house, whatever. So because you did not have to, if you came in another time, you would have to stay in. We wanted to be outside for real, for real. And like I said, shoot, when I was in junior high school, we had a bus passes. We jump on that bus and be gone. Going somewhere, even we didn't have a lot of money. We was going or jumping on a bike, riding a skateboard, something. And speaking of Venice Beach, what Will talked about, Will, remember they used to be all up and down Venice Beach roller skating with their hot shorts on. So yeah, they don't do nothing. For real, for real. It seems like none of the parents get held accountable. It seems like everybody else get held accountable but the parents. Also, the people who have a membership of the dad's briefcase, imagine those people who watched that video. They got to feel disgusting right about now. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. And here's the funny part. I have never even been in Dad's briefcase. Everyone was highly alarmed at first sight, and we were right. It was obvious. We would go play and come in before the street lights came on. Yeah, for the most part. I had, well, I was lucky. We were able to go play a little longer. But yeah, some of the kids did have to go in, but when the street lights. But we would be outside all day playing tag, hide, go seek, hide, go get it. Y'all remember that one, right? I mean, y'all know what I'm saying? All around the corner, some down where on a bike, a skateboard, anything. But in the house, nobody wanted to be in the house. And Marcus, the way he was talking about that girl's video, he was acting like that was like up there with Polo and Cash. Like they did a good scene. So imagine that. I had thought about that. Like he was making it like this girl had, you know what I'm saying? They had did a good scene. And now I'm thinking about it. Lord have mercy. Like you said, Nene, I guess I didn't think of it that way, but I guess I'm thinking about like in general, like all these people who want answers. Like, yeah, we want answers, but we can't make them, give them to them. But like you said, with you being a member, yeah, it's only right. You do need to know what you're financially supporting. We used to ride milk crates down the hills back home. You talking about those blue crates? As we didn't really have those crates, but I know at my daycare I was at, they had a whole bunch of those kind of crates, and we would build like pretend houses out of them and stack them up. And in the hood, they turned crates into chairs. Wasn't enough chairs outside. They'd be sitting down in a crate playing dominoes or just hanging out. Yeah, okay. The Vibe says she want no parts of it. Glad I didn't see it. Anything including child corn. Are you still going to work with Marcus? I don't work with Marcus. I don't work for Marcus at all. So that's number one. Number two, I need to know the details about it before I jump to conclusions. So if that's what you want to know, okay, you said golden question. Are you still going to work with Marcus? I don't work with him. I don't know. I'm just a moderator. Let me explain to you about Marcus and I. Okay, well, it's nothing I could do but just not go in his chat anymore because the only thing I can't remove my moderator stick. The only thing I could do is just stop going to his chat. But let me explain something to you. When back in 2022, Monique came out and talked about her situation with Marcus. Of course, we found out Monique wasn't totally 100% honest, but the reality is Marcus did have intercourse with the woman, okay? I was swinging for Monique. Okay, I was fighting Marcus. Marcus discovered me because I was talking about him while protecting Monique. As we started supporting Monique over time, people are now realizing, oh, Monique be lying, she's scamming us or whatever, right? So those things took place, and I caught Monique in a lot of lies as well. Then she tried to lie on me after I was trying to find her a place to stay. I'm glad it's Pretty Lady still here. I remember Pretty Lady. You remember how Monique used to always be like, everybody's against me. It was always something, right? To have us all hyped up and everything and in the comment section. And I'm going to tell you what happened. I remember I saw your comment and you was like, well, I'll just help find her a place or help find her. It was something you said, Pretty Lady. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe that's what I can do. Help find her some shelter. And I started making, I still got it in my phone. I started making phone calls for shelters in that area when she was in North Carolina. And I found this organization and I told them all about Monique. No, I called them and everything. And I was shocked. They texted me, right? They responded back. And I started telling them about Monique and we were communicating through text. They told me they were like, would she want not an upstairs bed, high, want to be at the top bunk or the lower bunk. And I was like, oh, I need to find out. And then I was like, at this point, it doesn't matter. She just needs to be in a shelter, right? And I'm telling them that she has a job and everything. And they were like, okay, we have one for a top bunk. So I'm like, dang, I don't even have Monique's phone number. So I was like making comments in some of her, on her posts, trying to tell her. And I think I even made a public post trying to tell her, Monique, I found a place or whatever, right? This is when we already knew Monique was scamming and everything, but this is when I realized Monique was being real trifling. Come to find out, the shelter that I found for Monique was already staying at that fucking shelter. She didn't want to tell nobody because she had everybody thinking she like on the streets, right? That she got to pay all this for Uber. And I remember thinking to myself, why would she be on the streets paying for Uber to go to work when she could just go to work, just stay on the street somewhere near her job instead of paying this $40 she claimed she was paying, right? So when I started trying to reach out to her, all of a sudden she made a public post, which I still have the screenshot, talking about golden signature and something. She was trying to make it seem like I was harassing her or me and my crew was doing something. She was trying to play victim. And I was like, no, this bitch ain't about to try to play with me because she lying. And now I'm realizing now that I hadn't even said nothing publicly, but I discovered like, wait a minute, Monique is at that same shelter. That's when I started flipping on her. Bitch, don't fucking try to use my name and play on me because you getting caught with your scam and now you trying to make it seem like I'm doing something to you. Don't play with me like that. So, but the reality of it is that this has been going on since 2022. What would I look like every day for 4 years coming out saying something about Marcus? It would look crazy. It's been 4 years that we have had knowledge of it. I think Monique was introduced to us in November 2022. Oh, I'm not looking at it at the chat. I got to start looking at the chat. It's been going on since 2022. Hey, Wade. See, Wade came out. Wade knows. Wade has spent thousands on Monique. Wade goes back. We was really helping Marcus's quote unquote victims. But let's keep it all the way real. They were starting to scam and lie and stuff, and we didn't appreciate that. Monique got several cars out of us. People was paying for hotels for her. I remember Wayne was sending her earrings, sending her money, all kinds of stuff. Monique was straight. And once I started seeing the lies and stuff, I don't play like that. Like if you're gonna tell a story, like my great grandmama used to say, if you tell that story, you better tell it all. Don't tell the parts that make you look good and make the other part. Tell it all. It's okay. And Monique was lying and stuff too. So the reality of it is, as far as with Marcus, so I didn't start off like, oh, I enjoyed Marcus's content, but it's not like I ain't never been on Marcus's ass. But hey, the reality of it is these people have family members. It ain't my business anyways. But I ain't talking about the kids. I'm talking about these grown folks. This is the first time I've heard about a child being involved. This is the very first time. But before I come up with a final conclusion in that, I really do need some more details. It's just like how we was coming up with final conclusions about Josias. And when we looked at the camera, Josias never did even grape that girl. All that time I had been thinking, because we knew Josias's history all this time, and nobody would have still knew it. We would have just thought that Josias has got a deal or whatever and he's out of jail. But come to find out, it never even happened. It was all a lie. So like I said, I'm just going to play it by ear. And I ain't about to be trying to satisfy nobody. Oh, look at Golden over there. Would it be right for me to treat you like that just to come to find out it ain't true? Just to come to find it wouldn't be. And like I said, I take that serious because I know of people who have gone to jail for crimes they didn't commit. I've been put in situations where I didn't commit something, I had to fight it. So I know about how that is. Like, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good feeling. So we'll see. But like I said, I'm only moderating for him. I ain't doing nothing else. I don't think I've ever even sent the man a super chat or nothing. I did become a member of his, like how Nene is a member, and that's it. Hey, Fifi. But that's the only money that Marcus has ever gotten received out of me. And I was just telling Vibes that I might even remove my membership. What they set out 30 milk crates. I didn't even know they still had milk crates. Let me go up because I know I'm skipping a lot of stuff. Are you still go? Okay, I did read that. Oh, okay, JR, you said you made basketball hoops out of them. I don't even see those crates anymore. We had all sorts of colors. The only ones I knew about was the blue ones, as in being his moderator. Someone said we are on his payroll, so our bags are hurting. Payroll where? That's what I'm saying. Like, where they get that from? Just make it up. Did we say we on his payroll? Did Marcus say it? Did you see it? So where that come from? That's just somebody want to start up some trouble and start a rumor and get it all spread. And then the dummies like the LAs who just listen and believe anything. You tell them out, hey, you know the sky's purple. He gonna be like, the sky's purple out there. You know what I'm saying? And then spread it. I remember when Troy insinuated that. Well, you remember Vibes? Troy was trying to insinuate that one time on his channel of that we get paid, like he pay us, pay us to say stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, since when do people have to get paid to have a mind of their fucking own? So I guess because they don't have a mind of their own, that's how that work. Please clear this up. These people be reaching. Uh-oh, Rena, I missed something. Wait a minute. Clear it up. People be people be reaching for everything. And at this point, oh man, I can't even figure it out, Rena. I'm sorry. They said he took the video down, but it was up there. Yeah, that video was definitely up there. Because he said it. Now, Wade, are you still here? You know, Monique was your girl. This is serious. His addiction. Yeah, I forgot who said it, but Marcus's family needs to do something. I mean, what can you do? Maybe they could talk to him, but that's all you can do because he's a full grown man. I think probably the only thing that'll get to him is if his daughters tell him. Like, sometimes it might take your kids for you to get it. He might be a sex demon. Marcus claimed that I guess he's trying to make up for lost time when he was in serious relationships. But my thing is that you can, if you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. But I mean, this kind of stuff, that's way too much. Well, I'm gonna tell you just like this, like I mentioned before. If these are women, Marcus ain't the only man sleeping around with a lot of women. What makes it bad is because he's sleeping around with women and then highlighting them on his channel. So everybody knows about it. Like, those same women are sleeping around with a whole bunch of other folks too. You know, but you know, if he wanted, like that's the money. He's this agreed that we talked about. I want my cake, want to eat it too. I want to sleep with him, and I want to make money off of him, and that's just the consequence because that's what he want to keep doing. Remember when that guy brought her to that tent encampment? Who are you talking about, Drea? Oh, you talking about Monique? Yeah, Monique, she was mad about it because what you talking about, Mosiah? She tried to make some sort of accusation on him too, and she got mad and went off and cussed him out. She started acting like we was her parents or something. We owed her something. She got mad because he couldn't keep paying for her hotel. That's what I'm getting at with these people. These people got family members. And what a lot of people don't know, their family members are watching. Monique's family was watching. I've seen Monique's cousins come on, drop down. I heard her mama drop down before. Matter of fact, I saw a comment where her mama uh was in Miss Brown's her comment section and was like, "Where's my daughter?" So I guess she was looking for Monique. Her auntie has dropped down. She has gotten into it with her family. Went back. I got screenshots with her cousins, her and her cousins going back and forth, and that's where I was able to see what was really going on by Monique's responses to them. Feisty, her family is watching. So we really like some of these people are doing the most. Like their families are not even doing all this. Say that energy for your own family. Like for real, for real. This is a wake up call for Marcus. He needs to think about his actions. His actions can affect his girls at school. Right. I was only thinking like they could be embarrassed. Like, you know what I'm saying? People, I'm sure they got kids at their school. Children can be cruel. Some parents might not want their kids around his girls. And that could be true too. Like, they can't go over there. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'd be probably one of the parents. Golden, did you all find out if that Zone 6 police officer from last night was telling the truth? I don't know. Was that the same guy that was on another panel? I don't know if he's trolling or what. I didn't even know what Zone 6 was. And I think he was on another panel too before saying all this stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. Or what. He claimed that the girl, that's when he claimed that the girl did have fake IDs. I don't even know if he's really a policeman or if he's real. And now that you said a officer, I was thinking, I wonder is it the same man that was on Yarvo's panel, I believe. One of those panels saying that he was an officer. Who was the scene with? Polo? Oh, Abs, wait, you talking about, no, the scene with the little girl? I guess it was her boyfriend. The guy. It was a scene with her guy friend. But here it is. This is what I meant to tell you all. Marcus claims that he looks, that they have to have an ID. But did anyone hear him say that the reason why Taylor didn't do a scene because she didn't have her ID? I'm thinking he said that. Hey, Platt. I know. I thought I saw your name. I was trying to. Man, I need somebody to read the comments while I talk. Cause this ain't getting it right here. I got to practice. She exposed a predator. I love her. You talking about Monique? Wait. Yeah, karma for real. I think that it will get to Marcus if he's crazy about his daughters. I think the way to Marcus's heart and to make him really understand is if his daughters talk to him, his girls. He's mixing business with pleasure. Yeah. And this is what happens when you do mix business with pleasure. And he's been doing it, but maybe, like maybe this is going to be the straw. Yeah, people kept trying to tell him, but hey, everybody should know Marcus is too damn cheap to be paying moderators. Drea, I didn't even think of that. But how often have we do? I don't even know of any moderators that get paid anyway. But you're right. He over here trying to, you know what I'm saying, cut corners with his people. Something like that before, and I fell on the floor. What her parents are going through right now. I know that somebody's gonna find out who her parents are. I wonder how Marcus is feeling about all this. I'm curious too. For me, hey Platt, even if the girl did it, show her ID, I still would have been questioning that because that girl looked young. She looked young. The fact that, put it like this, if she didn't show an ID, Marcus should have really definitely fell back on it. For real. But hey, that's on him. I told Vibes this yesterday. That's on him. Marcus always says a real man can control his emotions. Well, he needs to take some of his own advice and have never spoke a bad word about him, but it's getting out of hand. Well, a man should also be able to control that thing in between their legs too. Glossy, you in Atlanta, Zone 6. I wonder, is this man telling the truth, though, who he is? Like, he act like he knows so much, but the man yesterday said and I was thinking he was the one who was probably claiming to be the policeman on that other panel. He claimed that the girl had been using IDs. Vibes, did he reach out to you on your IG? His spicy content should have never been a thing. Nope. He should have just left well enough alone with that. Yeah, he was on another panel before. Yeah, somebody got to read the comments for me for real, Rena. Well, hey, Pie. No, for real, Pie. It's our fault. It's Vibes and our fault. And I'm at the point now where come with my ass if it's my fault. For real, for real. Like, you get sick of that. People just keep going and going with that. And they know that they know they don't even believe that. But stop playing with people. It's crazy. Hell, I didn't even know about Marcus out scouting for no damn girls or for nobody. I mean, I knew that he was gonna be. I didn't know he was gonna find somebody this fast. I don't even know how he felt. Oh, wait a minute. He said the dude walked up to him. So that was like easy. A guy walk up to you, he willing to do some spicy stuff. They willing to, you know what I'm saying? Was it what do y'all think? Do y'all think it was a setup? Marcus said that guy, the boyfriend, walked up to him. Oh, okay, Drea. See, I heard about them putting it on TV. I don't even know how to do all that. I got to figure that out. What do y'all think? The young man walked up to him, and he's willing to do spicy with this girlfriend who has who's underage. Just happens. That other woman, young lady that he interviewed, Taylor with her sister, the guy knew Taylor too. Then the guy knew Sky, that crazy girl. She seemed like she's an Israelite. Like, how he know all these females? The guy looked like CJ Cousin. Marcus is probably terrified right now if he recorded a spicy scene and put that on his website. It could be distribution of corn. I know he's probably, you know what I'm saying? The fact that he took all the video, he took not just, let me tell you, he didn't just take down that video with any videos with that girl in it. He took down anything with that little girl Taylor, and he took down that interview too. Because I went to look. He took it all down. I was looking for the interview with Taylor. I don't see it. Set up. He was desperate to continue on his experiment, and this, yeah, I believe it. I mean, I don't know. It just sounds odd to me, Rena, for real. That this dude knew all of these people. This dude just walked up to you. Like it was easy. You didn't even have to do any work. Somebody just walked up to you and they willing to do spicy. Y'all know that Marcus is down for something like that. You all hold on 1 minute. Give me a minute, y'all. Okay, you all. Yeah, that what I was saying is that I don't see Taylor, the interview with Taylor and her sister. I don't even see that interview up. I was like, what happened to that one? Gone. I guess anything that since Taylor had was involved in some kind of way with them, that's gone too. I don't think it was a setup if the girl was a runaway unless he didn't know if she was a runaway before he approached Mark is about doing it. But Platt, here's the thing. I said again, children and teens should be off limits. There's no excuse for it. He wrong anyway. You look at it. Yeah. Now I was saying like with the dude, he knew everybody. Like it's strange. Like this dude just walked up on Marcus. And I think he wanted to do this spicy stuff. And he had that runaway with him. But what I'm saying is that he knew too many. Have you seen the interview with the lady Sky, who has the big breasts and she's talking about religion and all that and kind of talking a little off? He knew her too. She spent the night at the Airbnb. If he's in jail right now, that definitely was a sting operation. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think he might be in jail because by now somebody would have found out. Don't you think? I don't know. He's been online. When was he online, Andrea? Yeah, for real, for real. He should stick with super grown women. Maybe he's gonna learn from this. He's just as illegal. He is the one that did the scene with her. Yeah, I was thinking that too. If he's, but they're saying I didn't really pay attention to the dude. They were saying he was under or could be like a teenager too, but he kind of he. I think he could pass for being a legal adult, but I don't know. But if he was a legal adult, yeah. And if she is 17, yeah. But now the question here is let's just say he is an adult. Would it be a crime if he was not knowledgeable? Like, how does that work? When somebody messes with somebody and they're under the impression that they're another age or they're not knowledgeable of it, will they still be convicted or would they still be charged with something like that? Do any of you all know? Oh, he posted something on the B side. He has to do due diligence. But the due diligence would be what? The due diligence would be an ID. Like, how do we? I mean, you know what I mean? If that's the case, we've been slipping. Like, what else do we do? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do be checking more than that. But I'm saying, like, when you first meet somebody, besides an ID, what else do you have to do? So you're saying that there would be no way for him to, there would be no defense, according to how Pi is mentioning it. Ignorance is no excuse for the law. Over here in the UK is statutory. Great. They will still be convicted. Well, that's the reason, very reason why you need to be checking up who you fooling with. For real, for real. He had some years in her. Look, how many years of biting on his bottom lip he got. I just would rather not see him deal with girls that young. That's the way you eliminate it. Like for real, for real. Like deal with him. Like put it like this: even if he had their ID, he really shouldn't be dealing with them. They too immature. Do you all recall that interview? He was saying like whatever the girl was saying. He basically was saying that we was gonna have to be on a journey with her. Whatever she was saying, he was feeling like she was like immature. And now it's definitely. I mean, even if she was 19, she would probably still be immature. But this is definitely can explain why she was so immature, and her mindset was like that. Even if you didn't know you could be charged, it would depend on the state. See, that's what I really kind of wanted to know. Like if somebody really was unaware. Like, how does that work? And I know people lie too. Oh, I didn't know. Hey, Wanda Clarity, how did you find out Marcus knew that they were his age, that his girl's age? What people see, they told him. I think really 21 is kind of still young, but I mean it's legal. At least they can drink at that time. But I think for scenes like that, I think it should be more of a mature adult participating. Maybe like even at age 25 they're immature, but I think maybe age 25. It's almost kind of like with rental cars. You have to pay more when you rent a car if you're 25 and under or something like that. I guess by the age of 25 they feel like you should be more mature by then. You thought she was 16? I didn't think about it. And I guess a lot of people probably thought she was younger because she was slim. I didn't even think about it. I mean, 19, 17 is not that big of a difference. I knew she was young, but I didn't think she was underage. Okay, when she turns 18, she's going to still look like she was when she was 17. So I didn't even look at it like that. I just believed it like, okay, I knew she was young. What they call barely legal. And that's what I knew. Like for me to be able to say, well, no, she didn't look 19, she looked 18, or she didn't look 18. I mean, like I said before, roughly about that age, they don't their face doesn't change really, and their size. So I'm sure she'll probably look the way she looks now at 19. So I knew she was young, but I thought Marcus was smart enough to make sure that she was at least 18. So I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, I knew she was underage. I didn't, I mean, she's young. I knew she was a teen. So even at 19, she's a teen. But I thought she was a legal teen. But that's for being greedy, taking chances. That's too much. Now, I mean, I couldn't look at her and be able to tell if she was. I know I'm looking at her and I could tell she is young. But for me to say that she was under the age or over the age, I wouldn't be able to tell that. When they teens, you really can't tell too much. The difference with a 19-year-old versus a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old. But you definitely know they're young and mentally not mature. Oh, he's interviewed homeless senior citizens. He used to always interview homeless senior citizens. In fact, some of his first interviews were with homeless senior citizens who had lost their. I remember specifically one. He was once married and had a business. He used to, yeah. This is something what he's doing now, but he's always interviewed old. He has interviewed older people too. I guess they just too old to play them games with him. Where they not about to be a character in his stuff. I mean, it ain't nothing. I mean, until we find out more information, Nene, it's nothing we can really say but speculate. You think the cops brought her home? I'm sure by now, since they didn't call her. Put it like this: if people reached out to him, if Marcus is a damn fool, I'm sure if they reached out to him, he let them know where that girl was. Oh, thank you, Dre. I totally forgot about that. He just bought a bus ticket for a senior citizen to go home after being in jail for 35 years. There was a lying vet with herpes. Which one are you talking about? Oh, I remember. Remember, there was another guy, older guy, who said he was in the Navy or something. They were saying he was lying. There's mature acting teenagers, and then there's childlike teens. I'm just gonna be honest with you. His best bet is just to keep all teens off limits. Even that CJ, although CJ is 25, CJ, I mean, he's too immature too. And then he got the girlfriend who's 19. But the proof is in the pudding. He started doing interviews again of random people like everybody was saying they want him to do. But go look at the numbers and the views. Can't even touch the shenanigans. Yeah. Maybe he'll stop now. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Well, Feisty she was 30. But all of those other ones, they was young. But it's gonna be hard for him to find some people of that age because they're not gonna even participate in that kind of stuff. That's why he was, you know, utilizing the teens because they silly and they down for it. Huh? Kids are off limits. The helly. This convo is why there's teachers with kids. What's wrong with teachers having kids? I don't know. I'm thinking you maybe made a mistake with what you said. This convo is why. That's what they said. What the hell? Kids are off limits. The helly. This convo is why there's teachers. I guess it's best to stick with the Mink Mink crew. Yeah, who would have thought? Well, actually, I wouldn't even fuck with the Mink Mink crew. And unless it's just a Feisty. Feisty's the oldest one because the other ones they young too. What they say? Maya 21. You know, the reality is that he just might want to leave that whole thing alone. I mean, with that, that's that situation where he's filed because it's all, he's only going to have kids that's going to participate in that. Yeah, people that are not mature mentally. You ain't gonna find nobody. I mean, you might, but for the most part, you ain't gonna find nobody that's older. Even with Summer, Summer ain't about to really do too much participating in no shit like that. Why people hating on Marcus for profiting from what teens already doing for free? I'm not hating on it. I can't even answer that question. But we're just now suggesting for the most part that Marcus just leave teens alone to protect himself. Did you hear the story about what happened? Marcus claimed on Vibes Queen's channel night before last that he checks IDs. Well, come to find out, allegedly this young lady is 17 years old. So either he lied about checking IDs or she lied and she has a fake ID. So all we're saying is that, like these kids is gonna get him in a world of trouble fooling around with him. The best thing to do is maybe just leave them alone. Like he can still do it, but maybe mess with a older crowd. And it might not be as interesting and fun, but I would rather it be boring or not as fun than to be dealing with a legal case. Summer is very beautiful. It was another lady. Somebody had mentioned how Summer was like one of the prettiest ones, and she is. But it's another lady. I think her name is Talia. I'm gonna post her video. She was pretty too. Oops, I'm sorry, you all. It was another one named Talia or something like that. She was pretty. And then even the girl that was in, I didn't even, y'all, see what I'm saying? I didn't even get to see that video. 1 minute, you all. My daughter calling me. Summer, this goes to show you how much I watch all of Marcus's videos. The one where everybody's saying that Marcus threatened Summer. I didn't see that whole video. I just saw a piece of it where I clicked on, and Polo was out there, and he had kind of gave Summer a kiss on the side of her face, and she was fixing. They were out there waiting for Summer, and they said Summer had gone off with somebody. I guess had made a play. I mean, speaking of that, it just go to show you how people are in this world. Who would even want to pick up Summer looking like that for her to even make a play with them? She was looking horrible. Looked like her clothes was shredded up. And somebody was trying to fix her top when she came back. But I didn't even get to see all of that. I got to see that video. But the girl that was sitting over there next to Summer, she was an ex-interviewee as well. She ain't bad looking either. She was young, but she wasn't a bad looking girl if you looked at her face too. He did threaten Summer. He said he will BAV someone to take care of her. Oh, I don't blame Marcus because these young girls be dressing like grown women. You don't blame Marcus for what? Jeff, what do you mean you don't blame him for what? He claimed that something, so I'm gonna tell you something too. Marcus messes himself up too because he claimed that Summer had did some things to him that he had edited out. He should have edited out the part where he threatened her if that was what happened. See, he puts him on his own self in bad situations too. Like when he's editing these things and he's leaving stuff in there, like that didn't even have to be in there because if we didn't hear what she said, and so people are going to take it from what if he threatened her, and if he claimed he did it for whatever reason, then nobody even knows what that reason is because you didn't leave that in the video for people to even understand. That's what they claim. He threatened her, but he claimed that it was more to it. Hey, nice. But yeah, the young lady who was sitting next to Summer, who was looking horrible too, she's not a bad looking. She's not a bad looking young lady either. Summer's not beautiful anymore. She's still cute. She's just down on her luck. Well, put it like this. For her to look at how she looks now, she she got to be pretty because she still looked better than a whole bunch of women who are trying to fix themselves up now, as far as her appearance, as far as her clothes and how her hair is. But she still got the pretty features. She can still, all she got to do is clean herself up. Oh, she was trying to grab his pow pow. Yeah, he admitted that he threatened her, but he said that she had did something. Or something she did or said or something like that. Ain't no telling. I believe it. Summer be doing the most. I be wondering if she be really like doing what she doing. Like it seemed like she be really doing some extras. I will, Rena. I'll go. I have to really look at the whole video because I didn't really watch it all at all. I didn't even watch most of it. You can still see the beauty. Yeah, I can. You can still see the beauty even in that. I think so too, Mimi. I could still see. Cause like when I be seeing like people on the street sometime and they be all bad, messed up, I can kind of still see like their features and stuff and say, oh, you could tell she was probably a good looking person or he wasn't bad looking before, whatever their situation, whatever situation it was. He said she was throwing her socks at him. She was holding. So I guess she was just annoying him. I can't imagine him threatening her over some socks. But maybe he felt like she was testing him, like picking on him. Like he was a punk and wasn't gonna do nothing. I don't know. But I really do hope Summer get herself together. It's sad, but it's really nothing you can do. Hopefully her dad gets conservatorship, so then she won't even have a choice. It's nothing she can do. because I was shocked to see her. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought he said, and I know I'd heard that the recording of her dad. I thought he said that Summer was back with her daddy. So as soon as she went home, I guess she just, took her 2 days and she was back out there, according to what he said. That's crazy. And even when we first met Summer, she was having a psychosis event, and possibly with some drugs involved too. But she even looked good back then under those conditions. Now she out here selling her body. I didn't even know Summer was selling her body. And do y'all know if Summer qualifies or she's receiving military benefits? Do y'all know that Summer almost gets $4,000 a month? I don't know. But the question is the dad getting her money? I think, or because I mean, like, is he her payee or something? I think with the military, it might be that, I don't know. But yeah, what is he doing with her money? If he's the one, if he has it, because I know for a fact, if she's receiving service related disability and she's 100%, if she's 100% service related, she's getting like 3,900 something a month. Almost 4,000 a month. Might be now fourth. Every year they get a raise. So either it's 3,900 or something, or it might have now hit 4,000. And then she could even get more if she gets. But see, she ain't even went through that. You gotta. It takes like a whole year. Summer can't even sit down for a whole hour to take care of business. So I remember her saying before that her dad has a lot of money for her. I do kind of recall something like that. That her dad, I think I remember her mentioning that when her dad, that her dad might have spent some of it too. Remember? Yeah, Mimi. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if the raise is now 4,000, but if it's not 4,000 yet, it's 3,900 and something. Because every year on the first they get a raise. I mean, the first of the year they get a raise. It went up. So yeah. So Summer ain't, you know what I'm saying? Summer, she gets a check enough to take care of herself. And she out here making plays. No, she don't need it in her condition because it's gonna go all down the drain anyway. The dad said he still has her room just like she left it. And she would prefer to be out on the streets. I wonder if he just said, okay, Summer, I know you still want to be high, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let you just get high. I just want you to be in the house. I wonder would she take that off? She probably wouldn't take that offer because it ain't no fun to just be in the house and be high. Women's perception of beauty is different than men's perception. Before, she was pretty, not anymore to me. That's all. Well, I wouldn't say women's perception. That would just have to be each individual. Because beauty is actually, in the eyes of the beholder. I know she's definitely not looking her best, but I could still see the beauty in her. She got on drugs and no telling. But they do say a lot of people with mental illnesses, they'll use drugs, you know what I mean, as a way to cope with their problems. Or not just mental illness, but people who are having issues, whatever it is. Drugs is their way they cope sometimes. She has way more. Yeah, she got more. She's got an addiction problem and mental health issues. And that combination is hell for real. That combination is something. Yep. It's her dad is really gonna have to just take over for real. I believe that she ran away when she got pregnant, especially because her boyfriend is 29. I think she lied and said the baby is not his because it was a crime to get her pregnant. Oh, you could have a point there. And guess what? They said she said that she had been in Atlanta since March. They said on that paper she's been missing since May. That could add up to that, where she was messing around. Oh, this is what I was thinking. I'm glad you brought that up. I was thinking because they said that she's whatever county that is, that's in Georgia. So I'm thinking she might have just ran off with her boyfriend, like just left. Because at first we were thinking she was from Miami because that's what she said. But according to the paperwork, or to that flyer, she does have some connections to Miami. That's where she was heading. They was trying to leave. That you could be right. She might be saying it ain't his because she don't want to get him in trouble. So she gonna lie about it and say it belonged to somebody else, and he just gonna help take care of it. And now that I find out that she's from Georgia, she was a missing person from Georgia, then to me that might mean that now that you said that she could have left her mama's house to run off with her boyfriend. This is the second person that was missing. Polo's that one that Polo. She lied and was talking about she had been with Polo for 9 months, and she didn't seem like she was wrapped tight. She was a missing person. I would like you to know when Mr. Interviewer to answer these allegations. I'm waiting to hear from him too. I was cracking up at the end when she snapped back into reality and asked Marcus where they were going and could she come. I was like, now Summer, you was just talking crazy. She's still beautiful. Her mental illness is the biggest problem. The other women said they use but don't act like her. Yeah, well her eyes tell her story. She is lost, Summer. JR, I noticed that as well because the other two women said that it doesn't make them act that way. But here's the trip part. They watch her do all that crazy stuff and still be around her. If you notice, they couldn't keep eye contact long. But the crazy part about with Summer, how she be acting crazy, you would think that she don't even know what she talking about. But she knows exactly what she's doing. Remember when she ended up going to the motel and she said something about Polo's breath? It wasn't stinking. I've heard before about Polo having stinky breath. So I knew she knew, remember that. I don't care what kind of high she was on, what kind of drug she was on at the time, and how crazy she was. She didn't forget that his breath was known to stink. I got to see this video because you all are talking about that video. Like I said, I hadn't even really watched it all. I just kind of clicked on it. It was because I was busy and I noticed that Polo, she was looking a mess. I remember them saying that they were waiting on her. She had made a play, and when I saw how she looked, I'm like, who would even pick her up? Like who? Marcus told somebody she get a check. Well, put it like this: she ain't. I don't. I doubt if she's able to touch that check. But yeah, he shouldn't have told her because see, that makes them. You know what I mean? Prey makes her easy prey. When you get to telling folks that them people on the street get a check, next thing you know, they all up under her trying to get her money. I'm gonna watch it. I was meaning to finish it, but man, he be between what I need to be doing, what I should be doing, what I haven't been doing, and what I'm doing. It's just hard to keep up with, especially with Marcus, because he sometimes will drop them videos. As soon as you finish watching one premiere, you see that he has another one scheduled, and y'all be trying to do stuff in between that, and be back for the next premiere. This, it's hard. I've been around an addict, and it's the saddest thing I've ever experienced. I pray for all of them. I do too. I've been around them too. I'm here. But I've never been around. Well, I've never been around one like Summer, where they're suffering, seriously suffering from mental health issues. And you can see it. A lot of people suffer from mental health. A lot of people don't realize that depression, anxiety, all that kind of stuff is a mental health issue. But that situation right there, and then drugs combined, man, that's a lot. You don't know if she high or if she's just exhibiting mental health issues. How she acts, I don't know if she be high or if it just be the mental part. That he threatened Summer was the video he named the crack house, not the video with bipolar. Oh no, but wasn't Polo? So you're saying Polo was not in that video? I thought that was the one on the thumbnail. They're outside. She's sitting down, and one of his other ex interviewees, she's sitting down there outside. It's not that video, and they're on the thumbnail. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me. I'm gonna go look for it. I was thinking it was the one because I hadn't even seen that whole one either, that entire video either. That's what I'm saying. I'm really behind. And did y'all notice Polo did not want Marcus to bring up that cash situation in front of that the one he the one that he went to do the spicy scene with at the Airbnb? Like I don't think he wanted Kat to know about it either. So I'm like, oh, okay, so he do get embarrassed. I thought everything was everything with him, like he was just comfortable and didn't care. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part. And for that girl to be willing to want to have unprotected sex with him and didn't even know him. What was up with that girl? I remember Marcus was she just basically said sometimes she'll leave out. Was she saying that she was a prostitute? Because I think she was trying to deny that she was on drugs. Well, that's how that is. They don't be informing women at all. I just think that, look how now you see how that stuff gets around. Like these people don't even are not they don't even care. It's like they're not even thinking like, well, I don't know you, so I ain't trying to. It's like they just willing, like, and then they willing to do it with people who they don't even know. They just met. Like even if you know somebody, you don't know their status. But I'm just saying, like, if you gotta be, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be careful with people who you know. And here you are just grabbing somebody off the streets, and they're not even thinking about it. Yeah, very dangerous. But I was laughing because when Marcus first picked them up, Polo was way ahead of her as they were walking down the street, right? After they finished the spicy scene, y'all noticed they was holding hands. But apparently Polo performed pretty well with her. So maybe the issue is Polo doesn't perform well when he's drinking. Because I believe Polo was, sober. Rena, you laughing at what I said, how you noticed they was holding hands afterwards? I'm like, oh, they in love now. Because at first Polo was way ahead of her. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here in a little while. But I just had to come on and like, for that lady to say that when I was watching, watching a little bit of the replay, And, just how people are trying to make it out like almost kind of like instead of VQ calling and reaching out to the authorities, she posted it just to have something to say. And the thing is Vibes didn't even know about this stuff. Somebody told her. And like I said, I don't know. Somebody said that Troy reached out to the people. Well, looking at Troy's post, Troy knew about it already. Somebody had already posted it. They were talking about it hours before Vibes posted that. So what it was, they knew about it, but nobody thought about posting the receipt, or nobody thought about looking for any information or going behind whoever said it. So anyway, these people are just full of it. And like I said, that LA person, I had never even addressed him, put his name in my mouth or anything. And here he comes just talk, like listening to that goofy broad, that lying goofy. He's more goofy than her. I mean, what you say? Right, that's why Polo is a DL nigga. Yeah. Well, you know what? I tried to discuss the DL epidemic, but on Yarvo's platform that day, it's real. It's not pretend. There's been statistics. They've been talking about it for a long time. Think about it. Now you're going to have me talking about this. When I'm sure you all have seen the stats of House in Virginia among black women. They say black women, out of all the different categories, black women have the highest, is at the top. Like you compare them to white women, compare them to, you know what I'm saying? Compare them to probably even men. But what's going on? How are they catching it? They're catching it from men. And they've talked about this DL epidemic for years now. And apparently, Polo is one of them, or used to be. He might just now be considered well, I guess he's still DL to some, because some of them he won't tell it to. Because the men are DL, and now they're using unprotected. Yeah, right. And you got to remember how men are. It'll be one man, and they might have about three, and especially DL men. They really like to sleep around. They like to have a lot of baby mamas because there's something about that which makes them look like they can't be DL. They like women. He got 5 baby mamas. He got 10 girlfriends. And just think of that. This one guy, if he has the House of Virginia and he has all these women he's sleeping with, and then they're sleeping with each other with him unprotected, that one man could cause a lot of women to have it, to catch it, to carry it, whatever you want to say. Yeah. Oh, Nico used to remind me of my great grandmother talking about they like to play in the park after dark. She used to say something similar. And they wait, you like basically don't be surprised. They act like that in the daytime, but when the nighttime come, sure. Oh yeah, they get real active at night. Real active. And the thing is that they be careless, like how Polo was doing what he doing. You know what I mean? So if they get careless and catch that mess, and then next thing you know, they giving it to all these women. Polo opened the closet slightly. He needs to swing it all the way open. I know. You know what, Glossy? I'm about to get up out of here. I got a few things I have to do, but I did want to come on live. I wasn't going to even come on live this weekend, but with all this stuff going on with Marcus, and like I said, we just got to see what's going on. Like, what's going to take place. I'm just waiting. I would love to hear from him. They said that he was on line today. I would love for him to go live, and he already knows that people are going to ask him a lot of questions. But this ought to be a lesson for him. I know people are saying, "Oh, she looked young." She did. She looked like a teen, but I couldn't determine if she's a teen, underage teen, or a barely legal teen. I mean, at that age, if they say they're 1918, they 1918. I can't. It wasn't like an obvious. Uh, it was. She's still a teen, but yeah, I would go to jail for life if I had a man and found out he was DL. Ooh, Drea. Wouldn't know if I put myself in the position of going to jail, but it would definitely mess me up mentally because I get to thinking like, them times he was probably with a man and he came home that night and you know what I'm saying? This all of that. And they got men. This is why I don't know why DL men do this, because they have women that will accept that stuff. So I don't even know why. Look at Ebony. She was watching Josias and do all that stuff, and she knew Josias messed with men, and she just fine. So all they got to do is be honest and, let the woman make a decision. I mean, this is with anything. Women or men, just be honest about stuff like that and allow the person to make the decision if they want to be with you. He better remain silent because what can he say, especially after lying about checking and confirming her age? I was thinking that too, but of course we want to hear it now. To protect him, the smartest thing would probably be to remain silent. But we want to know. We would love to hear it. Of course, that's not looking out after his best legal interest, but hey. But y'all, I'm gonna get on off of here. I'll come back maybe another time. But it was fun. And I'll talk to y'all later. It's gonna be some riffraff going on in these streets, and whoever is in the bushes is gonna be, oh yeah, and that gold is signatures, and I'm just so sick of that. Like, oh, I swear you wouldn't be doing this if you was my next door neighbor or up in the city somewhere. You wouldn't be doing this mess. Like, I ain't never seen these same people who like to pick on people out on the streets, they ain't about to do it. Or if somebody they the first ones to talk their ass out of they would talk themselves out of, they would talk somebody out of, they would talk their asses out of an ass whooping. Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean? But they don't mind coming on this line doing that shit all day. This shit is annoying. You remember Kim Kardashian's mom? Her ex? Yeah, that was what's his name? He was in the Olympics or something. I forget his name. But you talking about him, right? He an ugly woman. Yeah, the Wheaties. I'm thinking, I can't think of his name right now. He was the one that was in the Olympics. I can't think of his name, but he one that don't even care about Bruce. That's right. He don't care about how he look. He be having a whole strong look, you know what I'm saying? Like, and got a purse on. Just Bruce Jenner. He belonged to one of the. He's the daddy of one or two of them Kardashians. He don't even care about his appearance. Like, he don't even try to look pretty. He be looking a whole mess with them, like some. He remind me of the Bosom Buddies. Remember that, for the ones who's old enough? Where they was looking a hot mess, breasts all looked like they had socks on in their chest and uneven, one breast high up, just looking crazy. Can't even walk in the heels right. That's how he look. You always thought he looked like a woman? Maybe because how he was trying to act, but look at the way he's supposed to be one. He don't look too much like one to me. He looked like one of them 1970s ones. Back in the day, they didn't even care. Some of them. I remember when I was in junior high school and there used to be one. I guess he reminded me of that one. He used to go like in the morning time and he would have on like 70-ish looking, like this is the 80s now, but he have on 60s and 70-ish looking clothes. A turtleneck all the way up. Like, not the newer turtlenecks, it would be old turtleneck, wearing old clothes. You know what I'm saying? Looked like he had socks in his chest. Just looking a mess. And my friends and I, we was, and then the skirt, y'all got, I don't know if y'all have seen those kind, where they be looking like they behind in times. And I remember my friend and I, we would see him and we was like, okay, we're going to say hi to him this morning. So he could, we knew it was a man. And you know, that fool would just kind of like, just kind of nodded his head, wouldn't even say hi. He didn't want us to hear that voice. Who unalive a woman in a car accident? Oh, I don't know about that. Look like Miss, yeah, exactly. Miss Doubtfire. Exactly. When he was on, when they first started, he looked like a woman to me. But Dominique be putting makeup and stuff on, or trying to wear like stylish, some up to date, more like stuff. Them over there, they be looking like they be from like wearing their grandmama's purse on their shoulder. Just some, you know what I'm saying? They just Dominique be trying to, Chris. I mean, that Jenner, Bruce. Something about how he be looking. It's like he don't even be trying to look like make himself look pretty. It's weird. Dominique be having his makeup on, his glasses, and you know what I'm saying, trying to look like something. They be having on them grandmama looking purses and just looking, you know what I'm saying, like they done went to the yard sale and dug up out of somebody's grandmama's old garage or something. That's how he be looking. Looking like, and Dominique know how to walk in the shoes and stuff, right? It look like he the type where he be trying to walk and his ankle, I don't know. Just how he look. He just don't look that appealing dressed up. But y'all, I'm gonna get on off of here. I might come back later on. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. And enjoy your Sunday. Am I still on? Can y'all hear me? I don't know.